Are you ready to take your finances to the next level? Are you ready to learn what's not taught in schools regarding building generational wealth? If your answer is yes, welcome to the conversation. Let's talk income shifting. Let's talk cash flow management. Let's talk improving your credit score. Let's talk investing. Let's talk finance with Melissa and Tony.
Bam.
What's up?
What's up, MK? That was awesome. We back. We back on the scene. Oh, I want anybody missed us out there. What you think?
Well, I know they missed you. We only had half the crowd we usually have. So the four we usually have was only two. Get it? Half the crowd. Four, two.
Oh man.
When you was
Right.
gone, you see, Tony left me hanging last week, y'all. He had other engagements. So I was on here by myself, but we didn't get as many people to come through. They was missing Tony. So he's back, y'all. Y'all come on. Quit hiding, come on out. Click the like button, all that good stuff. Cause he's back. Aren't y'all? Hey y'all, this is Melissa King. Welcome back to the channel.
Right.
We are here to
Oh,
talk.
hey, can you hear me? It look like we free talk. Let me go up. Let me go
I hear
upstairs.
you. Okay, I'm gonna say I could hear you, but your picture was looking like it was frozen, but your voice wasn't frozen.
Okay.
So now
All
we
right.
can
Let
see
me
why
let me
you
go upstairs.
walk through the house.
Okay. Yeah.
So we are here to talk about MONEY.
Why?
Money.
Money.
Something that should be, am I right? Something that should be everybody's favorite subject.
Should be
Because we all need it. We all have to use it to get things that we do need. And we always trying to figure out where it's going when it
right.
run off. We
Show
run
you
here
right.
stalking our own dollars. We trying to stalk and see where it go, who going off with it, where they going to, all that type of stuff. With the
Mm-hmm.
dollar. So Tony and I come on here every week to talk to you guys about how you can stalk your own money. Keep
Right.
up with what's going, uh, learn better ways to invest it. And that's kind of what we're going to be talking about tonight. The
Yeah.
title was, What Will You Be Investing?
Yes.
So, Tony and I are both home based business owners. Your 9-year anniversary coming up here pretty soon. May,
Yes.
right?
Is it May? Yep.
Yeah, that's
9 years.
almost a decade.
Yeah. Almost.
So, so Tony here, he is the professor. I call him Professor Clopton because Tony has his PhD in money. Um, he didn't get it from Harvard. He didn't get it from Princeton. He didn't get it from what's the other Ivy League school? Yale.
Yeah.
He got his financial education from the School of Hard Knocks, and that is the hardest, most strict curriculum. Forget all that Ivy League stuff. When you go to the School of Hard Knocks, it means you done made some money. You done probably lost some money. You may have had credit stuff going on. You've
Mm-hmm.
been on top. See, right
Right.
now, he big. He got the biggest house in Hoover that he bought during the pandemic. It's like
Mm.
Zamunda over there. You see elephants and stuff walking around the backyard, everything. That's how big it is.
Yeah, you man.
So, that is why I follow him so close because I'm trying to get me a Zamunda too. And so I'm, if in this business, if you can duplicate, replicate.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you gotta be able to do. You gotta be
That's
able to
right.
follow the leader or
Mm-hmm.
the leaders. So
Right.
anyway, Dr. Compton,
Yes.
finance, what is he now? Financial gurus, supposedly. Say hi to the people. What's up, everyone?
Hey.
Now, what's Uncle Tony's title? Apparently, a financial guru. He know everything about money, don't he? I guess apparently. Apparently, has to be clean.
I claim.
Says the one with the least amount of money. Okay, birthdays come rare. You know how this will be for years. Yeah. So, Tony, tell the good people what we're gonna be talking about tonight. Tell them a little bit about yourself. It's a moon day and how it's going over there.
Okay. So me and Melissa, like she said, we've been in this financial business for a while now. We actually learned some things about where we were making some mistakes. I mean, we all have money problems, money issues, trying to figure out how to keep most of it. Especially the taxes. While we're on here, we're talking a little bit about tax season. I'm reading a lot of posts. People are getting excited about taxes. Some folks are actually disappointed because they're going to get their taxes done and realize they may owe. So we have a membership that kind of teaches and educates you on how to know exactly how much your tax liability is, which, our business is it has a lot of information. So we just want to touch on the topic of how taxes work and what people typically do with their tax refund and what they may want to do to make things better going over to next year.
Oh, Tony, when you said, "Oh, my stomach started balling up in a knot," I had a flashback. It took me back to 2014, 2013.
Mm,
Did you see how my facial expression changed? Oh,
mm,
oh,
you
oh,
owe something. Yeah.
oh. It just had, ooh, that's the worst. Those are the worst results you can get back. When that tax preparer say, you owe,
Drum roll.
it don't even matter what come after the drum roll. You sick already.
Yeah, I know
You gonna
exactly.
determine how sick you gonna be. Are
Yeah.
you I'm feeling lightheaded sick, I feel like I got throat sick, what kind of sick you feeling? How much is it?
Nausea. When a tax preparer say you owe, the next question out of your mouth is how.
And how is it that people usually end up owing?
Well, they tend not to have paid enough into their their respectable taxable income, and a lot of them sometimes may have taken what they call a second job, not knowing that that second job could increase your taxable income with no tax write-offs. Most people are not even investing at all inside a 401k or 403b. When you don't uh, invest in those things, your taxable income will be high. That means you will owe more. So that's
Right.
how a lot of people are actually getting into tax trouble. A lot of people go back in on a job. Most employees go in and try to adjust that W-4 to have a good holiday. Think about Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. People
Mhm.
tend to play with that W-4 form and forget to change it back, and then they end up owing Uncle Sam at the end of the year.
So for everybody who does not know what a W-4 is, what is it?
Okay, off the top of my head, since I've been doing this for a little over 9 years, the purpose of the W-4 is to tell your employer how much to withhold from your pay. Anytime your personal or financial situation changes, it is up to you to change that W-4 form accordingly so you can give the government the correct amount of taxes being withheld from your paycheck.
Exactly. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. So, when you were out last week, I was kind of just refreshing everybody on the W-4 and how often you should update it. Usually they say once a year or whenever your financial situation changes. So what are some examples of some changes that people may not even think about that
Right.
happens all the time?
Okay, so some of the situation that changes on any job is you may get married, you may have gotten divorced, you may have had a baby, you could have a death in the family, you lose income from like like lose income like you change jobs. And a lot of times people don't realize if you actually you start a business, and which we recommend that if you start a business you'll be able to write off a lot of things that you're paying money on right now. Like your lifestyle is really what's really like killing your finances, killing your cash flow. We know that gas is up, groceries up, food is up, light bill, water, cable, internet. Every time you look up Hulu, Netflix then went up $3 or $4, and then your paycheck remains the same. So what we're trying to show people is if you can turn those ordinary bills that you're going to pay anyway into business deductions, you will owe Uncle Sam less money if you become a business owner. And this is the strategy that we teach people in our business, how to actually become business owners to lower their taxes.
Right. I was trying to pull up a picture. I did have a just a sort of a sample of what it looks like. Maybe I should have did that. It was just a sample of what the estimator, the W
Oh,
four
yeah.
tax estimator looks
Hmm.
like. Shucks, but you know what? It's been so long since I maneuvered with this thing.
Okay.
Honestly, you can keep talking.
Okay, so what Melissa was trying to pull up is the IRS.gov have what they call an IRS estimator, and it actually helps you figure out how much you owe Uncle Sam at the end of the year, whether you're paying too much or too little in taxes. And I think that's the perfect thing. I think everybody needs to know what their tax liability is and how to lower their taxes. This is what the wealthy people do, y'all. They don't anticipate a refund check, but they want to use their tax dollars wisely, like investing in a business or investing in other ventures. And this is what we should be doing, even as an employee.
Very good. Okay, so I think I can pull it up now. I'm just gonna pull it up as an overlay. So let's see if they're gonna work out. All right. So this is an example. I'm sorry if it's a little blurry. I can't tell whether it is or not, but this is the um tax. What is it called?
IRS estimator.
IRS tax withholding estimate. So in the background there, you can see, you're just gonna get your check stub. You take the information from that check stub, and this estimator is pretty much just like a computerized helper for you completing your W-4. So based on this, when I finished, I could see how much I was going to owe. Because see, it says projected amount owed. So at this point, they've got all the little boxes up there that you can click on and put your information in, and you can add or adjust how much. So that's why we call it adjusting the W-4, because that's exactly what this form is going to do. It's going to help you adjust your W-4. And it's just going to ask you a bunch of questions that only you would know the answer to. So you can't get it wrong as long as you don't lie. Just tell the truth. So I just wanted to share that. Just so they can have an idea of what it looks like.
That's good. So, like in most cases, most people, and this is stats coming from the IRS, the government. It says that most employees are overpaying their taxes because those that get a refund, that means you literally overpaid, and you could have used that money all year long. And it's like, for instance, a lot of people are excited about getting some money back and to get caught up on bills. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people have lost money through interest. A lot of people have lost money through just borrowing and from friends and family and waiting to get that money back. But you actually lost the ability to use your money effectively without the interest. So we want to just keep in mind that you don't have to overpay if you know the rules of how to adjust your W-4, which we have that in our membership.
Okay. Yes, we do. So um The next question is for those of you who are getting back a tax refund this year, how do you plan on spending it? Now, Tony just brought up a lot of times people bank on their money to get caught up on bills. So this year's already gone. If you got a refund coming, you know, let's look at how you're gonna put that refund to use effectively and how you can make next year, you know, for me personally, I don't even want a refund because see, if I'm getting a refund, that means that I am letting them take too much money out of my check for taxes. Why would I want to? This is for me personally, because everybody's different. That's why this is called my income. For Melissa King's economy, I don't need a savings account, you know, for them to save up my money and give it back to me at the end of the year. I don't want a refund. Let me just break even. Because you know what it means if I'm breaking even? That means that the money that they've been stacking up and saving for me, I can get that during the year. So I'm not having to go through how many of y'all then been out and you sitting there at the drive through or in the store and you might have, let's say, a debit card, credit card, another card. You sitting there any minute, mighty mo. Which card am I using to pay for this?
Mm-hmm.
Now I still go through that because, especially with inflation right now, the cost of living is high. Now it used to be I could use my credit card and because basically I have a card that I set aside just to use for gas and groceries.
Mm-hmm.
Those two things have creeped up. It didn't creep. It jumped up over the last year or so, so much that it used to be at the end of the month, I would go ahead and just pay the whole thing off. Well, it started to get to a point where I can't pay this whole thing off because I'm spending more money than I usually do. So think about it like that. If you are having to make a choice, because if you use your debit card, you're pretty much using cash, right? If you use that credit card, you are borrowing money
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to put interest on that money. Think about if you were getting that money in your paycheck instead of waiting to get it at the end of the year. Maybe instead of reaching over and grabbing that credit card, you could still be using that debit card.
Yeah.
So you are spending, you're not increasing your credit
Right.
uh, balance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something to think about because it really, when you look at the big picture, if you have them putting aside, saving and you're gonna get, let's say you get a $5,000 refund. How much could you have used that $5,000 when you were swiping that credit card? And then maybe now, when it's time when you get your income tax back, your balance on your credit card is what? Let's say what about 4,000. If you pay that off, then you only got $1,000 left. That
Mm-hmm.
4,000 is not how much you actually spent. It's how much you spent plus the interest that they added on. But had you been able to have that money during the year, you wouldn't even have to worry about it. So
Right.
it's like, do you want to wait and have to pay it back later? Or just go on and get it during the year. Now that's your choice. Like I said, for my economy, I choose to get my money in my paycheck because I don't want to keep pulling out that credit card.
But here's the thing, Melissa, and I think a lot of the viewers out there. Look. I said out of the hundreds and thousands of viewers we have out there, um, a lot of people have been struggling on, and they wait for this moment. They anticipate this moment to have some throwaway money. But
Right.
unfortunately, the throwaway money has gotten so small. Like I say, some people are owing now and don't know why. And then the money that they thought they were getting, they don't have it, so they have to end up putting the money on credit card debt if they have it. So
Right.
it's almost like, why do I owe, and how do I fix the leak? And I think that once you understand what your tax liability is, you can be a little more informed about how you're going to look at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is the educational part that people don't know. How do the IRS arrive to me owing this amount of money, and how do I fix it?
Well, the biggest thing, like you said, the key word earlier, taxable income. So you want to make sure that your taxable income, which is basically is what it says, the amount of income that you're gonna be taxed on. If you have a job and you're making 50,000 a year, they're not gonna tax you on the full 50,000 because everybody gets a standard deduction. How much it is depends on your filing status. Me personally, I'm head of household because I'm not married and I have a dependent. Tony has two options. He can do single, he can do married, you know.
Married, five
So
separate. Yeah.
yeah, so um yeah, married filing separate or married filing joint. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put single. So anyway, it depends on how you file what that standard deduction is gonna be. So let's just say the standard deduction was 10,000. So you make 50,000. They said we're gonna take 10,000 off the top. We ain't gonna tax you on it. So what's left, that 40,000 that's left at this point is your taxable income. So if that income from your W-2 job is taxed at, let's say, 30%, we already know 30% of 40,000 is gonna be what, 12. You know they don't pay me to think after five. I have to get a calculator out. But let me see how many zeros I got to carry.
Yeah.
So 40,000 times 30%, $12,000. So at this point, they're gonna take 12,000 out of that 40,000. So what you want to do is get that 40,000 even lower.
Lower.
And I talked about some ways last week that you can have a business. You know, if you're just trying to do it as a regular, what is it? Oh, these old folks spells. You're a regular W-4 employee. Some of the things you can do to lower your taxable income, you can invest more money in your 401k. You can do a flexible spending account. You can do a health savings account. There are certain things that you can do through your job. And I know y'all have heard the term pre-tax, and that just means they are getting that money out before it's taxed. So that also will lower your taxable income. Well, when you've gotten to the point that you um have done, you've done as much as you can afford to do, because the thing about it is it'll lower your taxable income, but it's also going to lower how much you bring home.
Mhm.
Because let's say you decide for this whole year, I don't know what the limit is for a 401k. I think it's like, I don't know, don't make me laugh. So let's just say this year we're gonna put 5,000 into the 401k. Well, they're gonna knock another 5,000 off of your taxable income, but you're also having that money taken out of your check and it's being put up for you. But if you
And
do
growing. And growing.
right, it's being put up for you and it's growing. But what you have to decide is how much you can put in there and still bring home, because you know, you're gonna be bringing home less money, but you're gonna be taxed on less money too. So when you start looking into well, I don't want to take that 401k up no more. I'm about as high as I want to give on it because it's gonna make my check start looking short. What do you do then? Well, that's when you might want to think about a business, because if you have a home-based business, that is another way to lower your taxable income. Tell them some of the things our typical deductions that
Okay,
we have
so
as business.
like Melissa was saying, so once you done tapped out on some of the regular stuff, the most logical thing to do is become a home-based business owner, right?
Mhm.
Because you're at home and you can actually run your business from home, which the government clearly says, having an intent to make a profit with proper record keeping. You're at home, like me and Melissa is now. We have a cell phone, we have our internet bill, the lights are on, running water, washing clothes. Um, there are a number of things that you can claim. Literally over 400 tax deductions available to you to help lower your taxable income if you only connect your job with a business, a home-based business. Preferably, I'm talking about something under $40 can put thousands of dollars back in your pocket. We have to, me and Melissa always have to educate cost versus value. It may cost you 40, but the value is six to $10,000 of taxable income that you could lower your taxable income with. So it's an education based business. So when Melissa say you're limiting yourself by not becoming a home-based business owner because you have thousands, hundreds of tax deductions inside of your home: water, cable, light bill, cell bill. Most of the time, home business deductions if you get to a certain limit, and not to mention. And we'll go into it a little bit later. Most people that get their refund checks feel like they deserve a vacation, right? Wouldn't you say that?
Yep. They
So
deserve something.
yeah, you're gonna want to spend something because you done worked so hard all year long to get some of your money back.
Right.
You think they feeling sorry for you, right? No,
Uh-uh.
no, no.
They really don't.
Yeah. Oh, poor Tink Tink.
I'm gonna get that.
Right,
Yes, I'm gonna need to get that up at you.
right. You can set up a payment plan if you must, but we need to get that.
And they ain't even friendly about it. They don't give you no empathy, no
Yeah,
sympathy, no
right.
nothing.
Yeah, how you
Look,
gonna pay us back?
I
How you gonna pay us back some more of your money?
ain't that a mess?
Mm.
You got to set up and you got to set up a plan to pay them back the money that you made.
Hey, let that sink in for a little while.
Yeah. When the light bulb go out, uh, put a heart in the chat.
Yeah, y'all should be mad. Y'all should be furious. So we know that labor making money is taxed higher, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
hey, we didn't make this up. Nobody made this up. This is true. But investors and business owners pay less taxes. So we're trying to get you from a higher tax bracket as a W-2 earner down to investing. And
Mhm.
that's how you save most of your money in taxes.
Right. Right. And so, you know, that being said, taxable income is the key word. You want to keep lowering and lowering and lowering. And you know, there are actually people like you know,
Warren Buffett.
yes, I never know these rich people names. That lets you know I don't rub elbows with them. People like Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, probably. These
Hmm.
are business owners, of course, they're on a way bigger scale than us. But they're using the same principle. They are
Hmm.
lowering their taxable income, and some of them get it to zero.
Right.
Meaning,
I did a video on my personal page. It was a bunch of white gentlemen. They were laughing. It was comical for them, and they would say, "Man, we love tax season because they know that most people that get a refund are going to stimulate the economy, which gives them more money back. So they actually lowered their taxable income, and they're actually getting your tax refund."
right.
Because you're gonna go out and spend some, right?
So it's a win-win for them.
Yeah.
First win is I don't have to pay no tax. I'm exempt. Second win is I'm gonna get their tax money too.
Mm,
Got to be more careful.
mm.
So yeah, uh, that's why you know nowadays you know it used to be people where it would impress you with how much money they make. You know, I got a six-figure job. A six-figure job don't impress me. I'm gonna start asking me what's your taxable income.
Right.
That's what I need to know.
What's your investment account looking like? Cause that title really means nothing. You even
It
got
don't.
millionaires that struggle with taxes. They make a million. They taxable income is $350,000. A lot. That's how a lot of them
What
get in
you
tax
talking
trouble.
about, little Boosie?
Yeah, yeah.
What's that?
He was hot. I think they're getting smarter now because they learn I have to, if I'm working for this money, I have to create a brand behind it. I have to come out with a new sneaker. I have to come out with a new bottle of liquor, some chicken wings, whatever case may be. Like, what's my man, Shaq, he does, Pop,
Hey,
Papa
I'm gonna give
John's.
you the bag about that because that was finna
Uh,
be my next point.
okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Do your
You know
thing, man.
that's
I'm
my
sorry.
man.
Oh,
You
okay.
know
Oh,
that.
okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Recently I shared a video where Shaq was talking about get out of here. Where Shaq was talking about how he how he turned his life into a business. And he said the first thing he did was he made Shaq a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning he took his name and invested into business, created businesses. He said he hired his mother, he hired his father, he hired because you can do that. You know
Mm-hmm.
the little smart mouth kid that keeps sticking her head in the door. She worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
So he realized that he wasn't gonna be up there missing free throws for his whole life, and he
Mm-hmm.
had a plan for what he was gonna do when he had to sit down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's got, as you were probably gonna say, he got his restaurants, he's got Papa John's, he's got shoes, and you know he was smart. He did shoes at Walmart, made them
Mm-hmm.
affordable. They not
Right.
Jordan, but
Yeah.
he's still getting Jordan money
Yeah.
because people can afford them. You know what I mean?
Right. See, people
So
don't think that a lot of folks don't realize that athletes they're working for their check. You know, somebody's paying them. They have taxable income on millions of dollars, and just because they're making it does not mean they're going to be able to keep it all. Because most of them do get in that tax trouble.
that's true. A lot of actors, singers, you know, because you may have the talent. Hey, being singer,
Mm-hmm. Hey,
in the
Ben.
comment. So they may have the talent, but that doesn't come with the automatic business education.
Right.
And you know, a lot of times people aren't equipped or they haven't been exposed to knowing how to manage that amount of money. Or
Mm-hmm.
even it may be a case where they should be getting more money, but they're not familiar with the whole contracts thing. And so if you don't have anybody that's advising you about this, you'll be sitting at the same place. Even
Right.
though you went out there and made $1 million, we'll both be sitting here with the same bank account
Right.
amount in it because you didn't, you know, manage your money wisely. And I won't even say wisely, but maybe they didn't understand the tax game.
Right. I think that's even in the Bible, Melissa. It talks about how you be faithful with a little, then you'll be faithful with a lot. It's like if you can't even control a little money that you make, how
Right.
in the hell is you gonna manage millions of dollars coming in and don't realize that if the higher, more money you make, the more money you're gonna be taxed. And if you're
Right.
not investing some of that money or creating the brand like a business, you're going to be
Mhm.
subject to the tax system like everybody else.
Exactly. And you know, usually in history, when they are trying to go after these criminals and stuff, when they can't get them on anything else, what is
Taxes,
one of the things they get them on?
taxes.
Because a lot of them, the mafia figures or whatever. What's the
Mm-hmm.
one that's Al
Al Capone,
Al Capone? Taxes. I
taxes.
think the God is too, right?
Yeah, taxes. Yeah,
Taxes. A lot of the what's his name? Singer. Uh,
MC Hammer, taxes.
did he go to jail? Now?
Nah, he didn't
I'm
go to jail,
thinking
but he
about
ended up
Mr.
broke.
Big,
Mr.
uh,
Big.
Isley. He
Yeah,
went to
taxes.
jail. Wesley Snipes went to
Yeah,
jail for taxes.
taxes.
So
Oh,
that
look, we have to now. Here's the thing. Um, they went on tax evasion, not tax minimization, right? So what we do, we teach you how to legally lower your taxes. So what they did not pay the taxes on the money that they were making. So that's tax evasion.
so they
Yeah,
didn't file.
right,
Okay, I got you. Gotcha. So, but yeah, most of the time, the reason people get caught in things when they can't catch them criminally, it's gonna have something to do with some taxes one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are not, and then people take advantage of the fact that a lot of these new young athletes, young singers, don't know about money.
Right.
So,
Because for one thing, it's not been taught in school. So how can you actually understand and know about it if once you start making this money, you're all over the place. You got people in your ear, people begging,
right.
people stealing from you. So it's hard for you to keep up with your own money. So I think everybody needs to have some knowledge about how taxes work, and I think our system has really, really gotten a hold of why people struggle because of the tax system. If you can figure out how taxes work, you can control your cash flow.
Yep. Um, yeah, and then you think about it too, even your family, they can love you, have always given you the best advice and prayed for you to get you where you're at. But if they don't have the knowledge, they can't help you either. Me and Tony have said on here several times that we the what we learn about money, we learn from our parents. And I'm just 2 generations away from the cotton field because my dad's parents, that's what they did. They sharecropped, they picked cotton. Uh, so they didn't know about 401ks. They didn't know about investments. If they got on at a good place, in the earlier years, they may have had a pension,
Hmm.
but we don't even have that anymore as
Right.
much, you know. So they can't share with us what they were never taught.
Right.
And only thing they can tell you to do is go to work, be there on time, don't be calling off all the time, you know, pay
Basic
your
stuff.
bills on time,
Hmm.
set some money aside. Set
Hmm.
some money aside can mean under your mattress, in a safe.
It ain't growing. It ain't going right there.
I remember Mr. Smith, Mr. Stokes did a meeting one time, and he compared somebody who like made $100 back in, let's say, 1950, and they put it on the mattress. Somebody else took that same $100 and put it in an investment account. And by the time you got to the current year and date, guess how much that $100 under that mattress was worth? $100.
Right.
It didn't grow. You still got it, but it didn't, increase. While that person that put it in an investment account based on the rule of 72, all them years it kept doubling and doubling. So they may actually have $1 million at this point. Who knows?
Hmm.
But the whole point of it is, if you do not invest, it's just going to be that same money for the next 50 years.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you said something. It's almost like back then they weren't able to put their money in banks, right? So
Right.
their money could not grow. They were taught to put it in a jar, under the mattress, dig a hole in the backyard because they couldn't trust anybody. With the little money that they did have, they had to hold it, and it
Right.
could not grow there. But counterparts, they were using banks, and they were growing their money. So I can see how our parents weren't able to invest money. But now that we have the information, like me and Melissa, we have to teach our kids
Right.
how to invest. That's the next level. Now that we have this information, we have to pass it on, right?
And that's part of why we do this business. We telling you get a home based business. This is our home based business. Coming on here and sharing this information with you and telling and advising you to join us and learn this information and share it with other people. That's the only business for me. Now Tony is an entrepreneur. He got other things going on. For me personally, this is my business. This is it. So, you know, for the thousands of people that's listening to my voice right now, uh,
Claim
uh,
it, speak it, speak that.
look, if all thousands of y'all decide that you are not interested in doing this, I have still done my job with this business by sharing it with you. Because
Mhm.
anytime we hit the button and turn the live on, anytime we share a post, anytime we put an ad out there, we are trying to make a profit, attempting to make a profit We're sharing the information. There's no guarantee that people are going to want to invest in the information. They may not even understand it. They may not be ready for it now. They're going to do it later. Whatever. They ain't got nothing to do with the fact that I am operating my business right now. And
Mm-hmm.
I am keeping records of every dime I spend towards my business. And like Tony said, this ring light, this phone, this internet, uh, them tires on that car out there,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
the power that come on, all of that is what I need to run this business.
Mm-hmm.
So all of those things, if not the full amount, a portion of it can be deductible. And the only thing deductible means is we're gonna go back to that magic word. Deductions lower your taxable income. So for every month that I spend, and that's another thing. My cable company, they just snuck up. It was $72.99. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't notice now when they take out the money for the internet is $79.99. Who
Mm-hmm.
told y'all to add them $7 on there?
Mm-hmm.
But the good thing is that is 100% deductible because I can't do a drop of business
Mm-hmm.
without the internet. It's
Boy,
that
all people listening, people listen to what Melissa's saying. You're spending money anyway.
right.
You should be getting credit for the money that you spend. By becoming a business owner, the government is saying it is okay for you to deduct because you are a business owner now. So you're not losing money, you're actually saving money by lowering your taxes. That's it.
Right. That's it. That is exactly it. And keyword, whether we were doing this business or not, I was going to need the internet because everybody has a phone and uses it for something. You know,
Right.
whether I had a business or not, I had to keep the lights on because the law said I have to get that one in there somewhere to stay, and that includes electricity. So whether
Mm-hmm.
I was doing this business or not, I was going to have to pay the bill. The difference is because I have a business, a portion of that bill can be deducted from my taxable income. So my goal is, if I was making 50,000, my goal is to try to keep lowering that 50,000 down to, if I could get it down to about 10,000, 10 to 15,000.
Mm-hmm.
If you tax me on $15,000, 30% of that would be, yeah, I'm still using the calculator. I refuse to use my brain power. Is that right? Look, I had a question myself. $4,500 is 30% of 15,000.
Mm.
Is that right? All right. So
Okay.
that's all I'm gonna be taxed for the whole year on that amount of money.
Mm.
But 30% of 50,000 is a whole nother story.
Right.
So as you lower the taxable income, the amount of taxes that you are, responsible for, it gets lower and lower. And see, that's what these big businesses and these um, rich people that
Mm-hmm.
have that are entrepreneurs, that is how they are making money. You will never get rich from a W-2 job. I,
Right.
I mean, not, and I'm not knocking the job because I clock in to one every day. But the fact of the matter is, I've been working since I was 17. I ain't rich yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Making
rich
just
yet.
enough to get by.
Thank you. So if you want to get to a point where you're growing wealth and not just maintaining a living, then you're gonna have to have some income that you can grow.
Right.
And what
There's a
you
difference between uh, striving and surviving.
right.
So you want to thrive in this system, not just barely make it. What Melissa's saying, pretty much.
Right. Because think about it. If you are living from check to check, and a lot of us are doing it, if you can go from one pay period to the next pay period without worrying about what you got in the bank, you're doing good. But
Mm-hmm.
if when you get paid on Friday, like
Ooh.
I get paid on Friday, if I'm sitting there Friday trying to map out how I'm gonna make it to two Fridays from now,
Ooh. Mm.
that means you're, what did you say, call it? A survivor. I'm
Surviving.
surviving.
Yeah.
I'm not thriving. I'm
Right.
not growing. I'm
Right.
just making it, you know, doing what I need to do to get me by. So at what point does that income start growing? It
That,
can't grow if you don't have anything left over to invest.
that's good.
So,
So let's break this down. We get close now. I gotta go run grab the baby something to eat for everything close up.
mhm,
So we're explaining to y'all we have a business in a box that has all of the instructions on how to get a huge pay raise on your job, how to lower your taxable income, how to pay off debt, how to build business income. Now, I know for a fact there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be using that refund check to take vacation. I mean, you got what's the big? We got the holidays coming up. We got the school out,
spring break,
spring
spring
break
break,
going out. We have Easter Sunday coming up. Everybody want the fly suit, look fresh, and then even for me,
Memorial Day.
um, Memorial Day. Even for me, my wife turns 50 this year, so we're planning a big trip.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, y'all. I know a lot of people are going to take vacations with this refund check. Our business also has the upgraded version, a travel membership inside of the financial membership. So you got two bonuses, y'all. It's $1 trillion industry. So what if you could get all of your travel at deep discounts, right? And write off the trip 100%. Nobody should be traveling, taking vacations, doing Airbnbs, doing the rental cars and cruises, and don't have a business like this to write off the whole trip. The government is paying the bill. So why would you not invest in a business that's going to give you 100% of your money back? You got to ask yourself that. I can't answer that.
Right. And the best thing about what Tony is saying, when he takes these trips, I done seen the itinerary for the birthday celebration. The good part about it is it's not just him and his wife going on this vacation. He's taking his business with him. So since his business is with him, that means this is a business trip
Come on now.
because he can do the same thing that he's doing right now
Come on now.
wherever he's on vacation at.
Shut your
So
mouth.
that's what I'm talking. You see that?
Shut your
How
mouth.
we wouldn't know whether he was sitting in a hotel room in Egypt
You're right.
or whether he's sitting in Birmingham.
Yeah,
We wouldn't
absolutely.
have no way of knowing that. He is doing the same job no
Yep.
matter where you go. He could be in the airport, sitting in the lounge,
Yep.
or whatever you call it, the park. He could be doing it from there. It don't matter. He conducting business.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of people don't realize is like a lot of people have what they call brick and mortar businesses. Like somebody may owns a tire shop. You know, you're limited to the exposure that you could have to write off taxes. Like I can take
Right.
my business anywhere. I'm looking to get on a project team. I'm in Germany. I'm in France. I'm in Italy. I'm in Amsterdam. My business goes with me. That
Mhm.
means I can share my business and still keep a check coming,
Yes.
wherever I go. But somebody with a brick and mortar business, they kind of like stuck where they are and
Yeah.
they can't get tax deductions like a regular home based business owner could. So you want to think
Yeah.
about that. If you want to invest in a money in a brick and mortar or an online business that where you can take it anywhere in the world.
Right. Because even like for a business, like let's say you decide to do a daycare, that's not a business you can take with you on every given occasion because
Right.
folks ain't finna let you take their children all over the place. They gonna
Okay.
expect them to be at that doggone daycare center
You can
unless
take them to Chuck E. Cheese. You can take them to Chuck E. Cheese and back.
I was finna say unless it's some kind of playing field trip, them kids got to be in that brick and mortar building.
Right.
So how are you going to be able to take that business with you? You can't.
Yeah, and we have brought on a lot more brick and mortar business owners because they understand the value of a
Mhm.
home based business because they're losing tax deduction. They understand now I can't write off trips because when business owners make money, they want to take trips too. They want to take vacations away from their business, their brick and mortar. So they're going to need those tax breaks as well that home based business owners can bring.
So you best believe when you see your Elon Musk and your the man he said earlier, and
Zuckerbergs and
even your Donald Trumps or whatever. Best believe when you see them out enjoying themselves, they still are working their business.
it's business.
If you look over their taxes, because I'm sure they got people that's on top of it doing it for them, but they're gonna have documented everywhere they went, how much they spent, and they can write a portion of it, if not all of
If
it
you
off.
would, please explain to our thousands of viewers what solidifies you as a business owner.
Only two things. You need to attempt to make profit and keep their records.
That's it.
That's all. There's nothing that says that you have to have an LLC. A LLC is a good thing, but I do not have one. I've been doing this business now for going on 9 years.
Okay.
I have had no issues because I keep good records. I can show you mileage. I can show you things I bought, who, what, when, where, why. All of the things that Uncle Sam wants to know, I can show them every post, every video, every app I didn't use to promote my business. So I'm attempting to make a profit every time I do that. If I'm on a trip and I pull my phone out at the airport and I'm showing people that I'm going to this place and I'm taking my business with me and I'm showing them that I'm writing off my parking, my baggage fee, my airplane ticket, everything. Because this is a business trip. When I turn that phone on and start talking about my business, this is a business trip. Now I'm gonna fit me some fun in there too. But hey, when Trump go to Mario, whoever, Lago, whatever, he playing golf or whatever. That's fun for him probably.
Right.
So business, but he getting his fun in too. So
Absolutely.
that's the whole key, y'all. So yeah, we coming up on an hour. We at 51 minutes. Let's give him a call to action, Professor Clopton.
Okay. If you don't have a business, or if you do have a business and you want to learn more about our business, now is the time to get started. Under $40, under $20 to get started. Kick the tires around for 30 days. Pay the $40, you in there. Get all of the tax breaks and tax deductions that are available to you as a home-based business owner.
Right. So Tony and I are on every social media just about. We both on TikTok. If y'all don't follow Tony on TikTok, you can't miss it because he does some really you've been having me tickled with these videos. I got to give it to you. I like one time I had to hit the little flower thing and donate 99 cents. I was like, we got to pay for that last. So we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're here on YouTube. If you are interested in learning about this business, and like Tony said, try it for 30 days, under $20, 19.95, get you started. Check it out, see what it's about. See if it complements your Mary Kay business, or complements your paparazzi jewelry, or complements whatever business you got going on. You may be making good money with the business, but are you leaving money on the table because you don't know what you could be deducting?
Right.
So, like he said, cost versus value. Cost under $20. Value thousands of bucks if you take this knowledge and apply it, lower that taxable income, and start stacking your money.
There you go.
So that's pretty much that for that. Um, any last words?
Hey, I think you hit it all, MK. Great job. Good job tonight. Thanks for having me on.
Well, I'm glad to have you back. I ain't gonna lie. When I was up here last week, I was like, it's hard sitting up here by yourself. So I was like, when I text you tonight, you was like, thumbs up. I was like, whew, yeah, because I might would have had to cancel tonight. See, this time I got smart. I text you before I put the notice out.
Right. Okay.
But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for coming through and joining us. If you are catching this on the replay, please hit the like button. Give us a share. Whatever social media you're on, give us a like, a share if you can. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. And thank y'all for coming through. Hit us up if you want to get started. So we will see you guys next week. Ben
All right.
Shanker, thank you for coming through and being the visible part of the thousands of people that are watching us. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
So anyway, y'all have a good weekend. We out of here as soon as I can get us out of here.
Thank you for being a part of the conversation. Now, are you ready to start your home-based business? If your answer is yes, contact Tony or Melissa to get started today.